The wrestlers' protest is gaining tremendous traction at this point in time at Jantar Mantar. Events are starting to move at a very quick pace. As I speak, there has been one major demand that has been met, because the Supreme Court has told the Delhi police that you have to file an FIR against the police officers who did not file an FIR, and also you have to file an FIR against sidelined WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Today, just about an hour back, the Delhi police have said that they are ready to file an FIR against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But the wrestlers are adamant that they want Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh arrested, and that this kind of situation must not happen in any kind of sport. Now, the relentless pressure that has been built up on the Delhi police and on the authorities here is all because of one particular trend that began around morning of this day. Because the protesting wrestlers were anyway making a lot of rounds on social media. Their messages were all being tweeted. They were all getting a lot of support from a lot of different groups. But today, when elite sporting personalities stepped in larger numbers, the pressure grew even more. And there were a lot of elite athletes. For example, Neeraj Chopra tweeted, Sania Mirza tweeted, Abhinav Bindra tweeted. Everybody ensured that the pressure would be kept, and that is the reason why Delhi police have finally agreed to register an FIR against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Now, the wrestlers are adamant that they want him arrested. So, they are not going to halt the protests at Jantar Mantar until this thing happens. So, around morning of this day today, on April 28th, Bajrang Punia along with Sakshi Malik and Vinesh Phogat, they all tweeted saying that सारा देश आज अपनी महिला पहलवानों के साथ खड़ा है. I stand with my champions. Because the main crux of the matter, what is the crux of the matter? Sexual misconduct allegations against the sidelined WFI chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. All these years they have not been brought out in the public domain. Now it is all coming out now, and action must be taken. The same was tweeted by Sakshi Malik. She said, I stand with my champions. देश के खिलाड़ियों का अपमान नहीं सहेगा हिंदुस्तान. That is the motto with which they went in, and immediately after the hashtag I stand with my champions trended, lot of other elite athletes jumped in, and the most telling came from Neeraj Chopra. Now remember, Neeraj Chopra is one of India's greatest individual athletes at this point in time. So whatever he says has got plenty of clout and plenty of respect in that sense. He said, it hurts me to see our athletes on the streets demanding justice. They have worked hard to represent our great nation and make us proud. As a nation, we are responsible for safeguarding the integrity and dignity of every individual athlete or not. What's happening should never happen. That's the clear-cut message that Neeraj Chopra has said. This is a sensitive issue and must be dealt with in an impartial and transparent manner. Pertaining authorities must take quick action in order to ensure that justice is served. Blunt and to the point, Neeraj Chopra said this should never happen. So that is the reason why it all started a domino effect in which Abhinav Bindra, independent India's first individual Olympic gold medal winner, he also said, as athletes we train hard every day to represent our country on the international stage. It is deeply concerning to see our athletes finding it necessary to protest on the street regarding the allegations of harassment in the Indian Wrestling Administration. My heart goes out to all those who have been affected. We must ensure that this issue is handled properly, with the athletes' concern heard and addressed fairly and independently. He's stressed on the fact that fairly and independently the athletes' concerns must be heard. Even the Supreme Court has advised the Delhi police that you have to give protection to the persons who have registered a complaint against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. That's the clear mandate that the Supreme Court has given. This incident highlights the crucial need for a proper safeguarding mechanism that can prevent harassment. Yes, for far too long these incidents have been kept under the back burner. They have been pushed into the shadows. There is no mechanism, and that is now, this is probably a wake-up call where you can say, yes, let there be a mechanism to ensure harassment does not happen in any form of life. Not just elite athletes from other sports, Luckily, even the cricketers stepped in, because Vinesh Fogart had tweeted something about Indian cricket. Why are you all so scared? She criticized why did the current Indian cricket team did not do any kind of tweeting, did not lend any kind of support. But luckily, there were 3-4 individual cricketers who stepped in, and one of them was Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan Singh said, Sakshi, Vinesh are India's pride. I am pained as a sportsperson to find pride of our country coming out to protest on the streets. I pray that they get justice. Virender Sehwag also, just like his blade, he also did a very direct tweet. He just said that बहुत दुख की बात है कि हमारे चैंपियंस जिन्होंने देश का बड़ा नाम किया है, झंडा लहरा है, हम सबको इतनी खुशियां दी है, आज उन्हें आज सड़क पर आना पड़ा है. He is very saddened that all these individuals who have given glory, now they have had to come out on the street to protest. बड़े संवेदनशील मामला है और इसका निष्पक्ष जांच होनी चाहिए. उम्मीद है खिलाड़ियों को न्याय मिलेगा. Yes, for fair trial, that is the demand. The perpetrators must be brought to justice. End of story. But actually, the first one to actually raise the voice for the protesters that came outside of the Wrestling Federation, outside of the wrestling contingent, Kapil Dev, India's greatest captain, 1983 World Cup winner and bringing tremendous glory to the nation. When will they ever get justice? Just 5 words, and that had a big impact as well. Now, not just the cricketers, other sporting disciplines also jumped in. Sania Mirza, for example, India's greatest tennis player, she said, as an athlete but more as a woman, this is too difficult to watch. They have brought laurels to our country and we have all celebrated them. If you have done that, then it's time to now stand with them in this difficult time. This is a highly sensitive matter and serious allegations. I hope whatever the truth is, justice is served. Sania Mirza had to indeed point out that yes, harassment, that to sexual misconduct as well, real big problem when it comes to federations. And the wrestling federations is the tip of the iceberg. Who knows? All the other federations after this may be asked to clean up their house, because this is a very serious issue indeed. Irfan Pathan, also a former India cricketer, said, Indian athletes are always our pride, not only when they get medals for us. So he's also lent his support for them. So in a way, the wrestling standoff, the protesters are getting one of their main demands met, but they are not going to budge until Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is arrested. That is the one major demand that they have. Until then, the protests will continue. Yesterday, the protests kind of got derailed because PT Usha's comment, the IOA president's comment, did not go down well. And because she said that this kind of protest is tarnishing the image of our sports in India. This was kind of a very surprising comment from PT Usha, and most of the female wrestlers, in particular Sakshi Malik, she was not at all happy with PT Usha's comment. One hopes that the wrestlers get justice. One hopes that the WFI's house is cleaned up and that we have a free and fair investigation. Now the Delhi police has stepped up the action. Let's hope India's pride really gets their just rewards. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Thank you.